Hey, Chris Young here, founder of the Rainmaker Group, and this is the Care and Feeding of Sales Wolves vlog. I was doing a little bit of research here over the last weekend, and I came across this power quote from Giorgio Armani. The guy's just sharp. It's from a website called Fashion United, and Giorgio Armani sees the coronavirus, the COVID-19 situation, as a, quote, opportunity to slow down and straighten everything out. I'm thinking about that to myself, and I'm thinking, powerful. In my world, we call it a reset button. And when we really do it, and I think the way that we're talking about here with Giorgio Armani is referring to, I'd call it a hard reset, maybe even a super hard reset. So think about that. What in your organization and your sales team needs a hard reset right now? Let's be frank, this COVID-19 stuff, it is kicking our butts economically, and it is changing the game. And if you're wondering, well, what's he talking about? Go back 2 months. How did you buy your milk? How did you buy your groceries? I can tell you how I buy my milk and groceries now. I don't go into a store. I go on a little app, and then I pick a slot, an available time to pick it up, and then I go and pick it up, open up the lift gate. I don't even get out of the car. And I have to tell you, at 49 years old, I was one of the last of the holdouts. I was ignoring the coupons on, drive up, order online, blah, blah, blah. I was ignoring it. I was old school. I was going to go in. No more. No mas. I have no need to go in. It's becoming a habit. So when you think about B2C behaviors, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Think about social distancing. How are restaurants going to be reset to accommodate the new concerns? Consumer saving rates. When you go through a shock like this, how are people going to be saving? Hey, there's going to be some big changes, B2C, B2B, across the board. And I'm going to say this right now. What's going to be essential? Value. If somebody called me 2 months ago and said, hey, Chris, I can make or save you money, I'd be like, okay, show me. You got 5 minutes, show me. And I've bought services. I've invested in products and services because someone showed me how to make or save money. Fast forward to today. Would I be so ready to invest right now? Less so. Why? Because the future is uncertain. I have nothing to reference what's going on right now in terms of economic recovery. I can tell you that we've had a few clients disappear, as I'm sure you have. So right now, I need something called extreme value. In order for me to invest in pretty much anything right now, I need 2 or 3 more times value than I needed before. If you're not already seeing it with your clients, you're going to see the same thing. So this is an opportunity to slow down and straighten everything out. And that everything right now is value. What is your team doing to deliver extreme value to your customers, to your prospects? Because it will be, make no mistake, relationships aside, when push comes to shove, you can't eat relationships. They can feed you a little bit here and there, but in the long run, it's value. Extreme value rather, is going to put food on that metaphoric table. So think about that. What are you doing? What is your team doing to see the other side, to change the game? You don't like the game? I can tell you right now, the game is changing. It's changing right before our very eyes. The patterns aren't fully there yet, but I see an opportunity for my team and for the people that I work with to shape the game. How do you do that? Create extreme value. And there's 3 essentials. And guess what? They're the same. They're the same. Nothing's changed, but now we must get it right. Talent, systems, culture. You need the right people doing the right things and a culture of accountability, trust, candor, commitment, tribe. I don't want to gloss over these words because I see too many organizations on the talent side settling. They're settling, and they're not selecting talent that has that capacity to be a sales wolf. A sales wolf is a salesperson who has that capacity to perform in the top 20th percentile in the industry on a consistent basis. Top 20 percentile bring in 80% of the results. It's called Pareto efficiency. Do you have a method that you never ever get away from? A sales hiring scorecard where you are comparing experience, education, background, and sales personality to a benchmark? And if people don't meet that strict criteria, they don't get selected? Well, in the old days, sometimes we're just glad to have a butt in a seat. Gone. If you do not have every single sales team member on your team creating extreme value, you are imperiling your team and your company and your shareholders and your customers. Okay, secondly, systems. I've seen for too long, a perfect example of a system would be scripting, CRM adoption. And I've seen organizations migrate this best practice, that best practice, but ultimately they don't have the guts to say, if you don't use that system, you don't work here anymore. Well, now's the time. Now is the time to slow down, to speed up. This is the time to straighten that out. Don't miss it. CRM has come so long, so far over the last 25 years, going from index cards to where we're at now, where we have smart systems now that not only feed information back to management so they can make better decisions, but it also creates value for prospects through drip marketing, etc. I don't need to bore you with all of that, but I can tell you right now that it must be with steely resolve that you will not allow a team member to choose to imperil the team by not using CRM and scripting, etc. Best practices. This is foolish. Why would we do that? Third, culture. I almost want to take that word culture and change it to tribe. Like-minded people focused on a like-minded purpose and a like-minded overall objective. Belief in the mission, vision, and values, intense belief in one another, but belief and accountability that we will hold each other accountable, whether people are doing that work or not, how they're doing that work or not, because that's what sales wolves do. Sales wolves snarl at each other. They push each other. They don't allow second best. Second best is an obnoxious violation of trust. Okay, sales wolves hate mediocrity. So it's essential. The right people doing the right things, culture of accountability, talent, systems, culture. This is your opportunity to slow down and straighten out everything. Straighten out talent, straighten out your systems, straighten out your culture, and get everybody committed, aligned with a common purpose. Anyways, spoken enough. Chris Young here. Call on me. I'm here. I don't have all the answers. I got great questions. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I've been around the block a few times, and I am here to help guide you through this challenge. We are going to see each other to the other side. We're committed. So until next time, happy hunting.